Hello friends, I'm so glad you're here. It's Terry with Terry's Mailbox, and today I'm presenting for the Funky Junkie Boutique. We had kind of a photo challenge that had turquoise or teal and orange in it, so I went wild with pumpkins and the Acorn embossing folder background. I had a great time creating this. So you'll see at the bottom a red arrow will appear. I'd love to have you subscribe to my YouTube channel. So again, here's that Acorn embossing folder. And I'm using Salvage Patina ink. So what I'm going to do is I ran it over the flat side, and then I ran it through the embossing folder. And I am using watercolor paper here, by the way. So I pulled out a selection of fall colored Distress Crayons, and what I'm going to do is color this. I think Paula Cheney had a video showing this technique, and I just was so stricken by it. I went, whoa, I got to do that. So again, here I've got a lot of the leaves already colored in the orange colors, and here I am just very gently running the brush corduroy over the stems so as not to get them too messy. And then I'll pull that thin paintbrush up, and then I'm just going to go ahead and paint over them to kind of smooth them out a little bit. So I love this embossing folder. You're going to see this coming up here in other things soon, trust me. I just thought it was gorgeous, and I'm trying to think of all kinds of cool ways to use it. So again, just kind of coloring in those stems, making sure that they're clear, and then we'll go ahead and continue painting here. And then I need to do something with the acorns. So again, I don't want them too dark. So I'm adding a little bit of water on that one because I think it got a little bit too dark, and then soaking it up with a paper towel, which is always a cool trick with watercolor type mediums. So again, I'm going to go ahead and color in. I'm just putting a few lines on a few of the acorns because I know that with water I can smooth those out and make them look lighter, which is kind of the look I'm going for. I didn't want them too dark. And the lines kind of, show some texture in there. So, like I say, not too worried about it because I am going to cover all these up with pumpkins. So when I get ready to go, you'll see. So here is my background here, just adding a little bit more color here on a couple of the acorns. And then I decided some of my leaves needed to be a little more vibrant. That's the cool thing with using these Distress Crayons is, you can add more color. And I like to color directly on my images and then use the water brush or water to soak it out. So I took Vintage Photo, and here I am working on one of the etc. tags. And I wanted the edges to look a little bit burnished because I knew that watercolor Acorn piece would not cover the entire front. So again, I'm kind of leaving a little bit of space there. So the next thing I did was I pulled out my collage medium, and rather than paint the tag like I normally do, I painted the back of the watercolor piece. So again, it's important to be sure that you have the medium around the perimeter of the watercolor piece that you're going to attach. So here I am just making sure I've got it well covered, and then I'm going to go ahead and center it on there. So I'll put my collage medium away, and then I'll flip the tag over and put something heavy on it to let it dry. So then I pulled out the newer sentiment set. Good Thoughts is oh no, it's not Good Thoughts, excuse me. It's Noteworthy, number 446. And I wanted to create some little tags for that. And then this is the Good Thoughts, number 085. It's an oldie but a goodie, and I wanted to create a tag there. So right now I'm kind of playing with the pumpkins. Again, the turquoise or the teal and orange pumpkins. And again, once I get going making some of these things, I tend to make a bunch of them because, again, I want to make sure that I have a good stash, and that when I decide later I can play. So I cut it's the little things that make life big out using the tag die set that I've had for quite a while. It's a thin lit die set that I use quite often, actually. So again, here I am just kind of using collage medium in the bottle to attach all of those pumpkins. And you can see I also have the extra tags there from the Noteworthy. And again, I did emboss those, so I stamped them with Distress ink, kept them in my tool or my stamp positioner, and then put Versamark over and then put clear embossing powder on the top. So again, that kind of makes them stand out a little bit more, and I like the look. So again, I'm just gluing pumpkins on here. And so I needed a different color one here, so I ended up going with the orange. So I've got the 2 turquoise and the 4 orange pumpkins on here. So again, I love the dimension, and then we'll go ahead and add that tag, and you can see I just added some twine at the top. And so we'll go ahead and put that in there, and I'll let it hang off the right side. Again, this is a display piece, so I think it works well. And of course, I've got my little pumpkin there on the bottom hanging off a little bit. So then I'm just going to add a couple more of those tags. I created 2 of them, and that's just on craft cardstock. I love craft, especially fall time. Isn't it a great time to pull the craft cardstock out? So again, there is my tag, and I added a twine and leather tie to the top. So again, it's Terry with Terry's Mailbox presenting for the Funky Junky Boutique. I'd love to have you subscribe and follow. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Blogger. Come follow me.